A couple weeks ago, I asked you guys if you have made your first $100 online by selling notebooks, journals, planners, and I want to just pull back the curtain to show you what my kids did their first year of publishing because this really opened my eyes to what is possible. And this is a niche that is in Q2. This sells the most in Q2. So let me just show you a screenshot. So we did a coloring book together, 8.5 by 11, and this is actually an Easter book. And around the same time is when my account was suspended and terminated, and we had to do all these things to fix it. But during this time, my kids made like $550, and their best selling book was just getting started, and it made them $241. So I wanted to share this with those of you that are like just getting started, or you're thinking about maybe like KDP for kids. Like maybe there's a way to start publishing your kids' artwork or do things with your kids to be able to niche down. So in this video, I'm sharing that this was an Easter coloring book that we put together, and my kids told me the things that they would want in it. And so if you don't have kids at home, you can still come up with these things because this is what results in success, is knowing these three things before you actually go and publish a book. So let's dive into those because they're very foundational for marketing. So this is the Easter holiday. This is one of the top things that sells so well. And maybe at the end of this video, I can add more to this to show you some of the over-the-shoulder niches that do really well in Q2, being April. Now, I mostly focus on Amazon.com, which is the US marketplace. Seems like it's a little bit easier for me just to focus on one marketplace of running ads. Maybe I'm missing out on royalties, but I'm actually really happy just focusing on that, focusing on my email list, giving you guys templates, and then helping my students and clients in my programs. So if you're new to this channel, my name is Jenny Hansen-Lane. I've been publishing. I'm at 516 books at the time of this recording. I have KDP royalties of over 106,000 in just under two. I think we're coming on our third year now. And my goal is to help you not spend so much time trying to figure stuff out, because that was my experience. Publishing 200 books in 30 days and making $19. Like, there's a better way. Okay. So if you're going to pursue any type of Easter books, here are the three things that you need to remember. And that is the customer. Who are you serving here? Do not just whip out books that like any person would buy. Think about the person in mind. Is it the mom? Is it the grandmother? Is it the religious person? Is it a mom of children that is religious? Think about these things. So when I sat down with my kids to create this Easter coloring book, we asked, who are we serving? And guess what? Big surprise. We were serving them. Okay. So sitting down with my 5 and 7-year-old at the time, this is what we did. The next question after we had this solved, because we knew who we were creating this for, knowing who we created this for actually made it easier to know what went inside. Okay. And that is the what. So if you don't know who you're serving, it's going to be really hard to know what type of book you want to create. When you know the who, you know their problems and you can solve their problems. You might be thinking like, Jenny, what problems do kids have? Well, like as a mom, I want them to learn about Easter. I want them to have a quiet thing. I want less screen time. So the what is really answered when I'm talking to my kids, like, what would you want inside of a book? If you don't have kids, you can find clues on Amazon that also lead you to this. Okay. So understanding who you serve is foundational to understanding what you're going to actually put in your Easter holiday book. You probably already know this last one, right? The third one is why. Why are we creating this book in general? Is there some type of demand that's existing on Amazon? Is there a market gap where that's what my kids did? We looked and there were some coloring books for Easter that we wouldn't buy. There was just something that we're like, you know what? And I'll tell you guys a little bit of background about me religiously. Like, I probably would not buy a bunny rabbit coloring book as much as I would about Easter, the holiday, as a religious thing. Okay. So, like when we were coming up with this, we wanted to incorporate a little bit more into it. And the neat thing about holidays, you guys, is there's always so many different people who celebrate them. So you can focus on that customer in general. And also, another reason we focus on the why is because of that supply and demand on Amazon. We want to make sure that it's actually validated. And to be honest, this was a test with my kids that ended up working out until we ran into our Creative Fabrica issue where we had some content in our Creative Fabrica book that someone uploaded illegally. So as me and my kids are thinking about what are the books that we're going to be creating in 2025, we're going to ask ourselves the decision, should we use some of the pieces from our Easter collection and repurpose them into other things, okay, to be able to get more books out. And the neat thing is, if you've ever had a book blocked on Amazon, you can still use similar interiors and change up things in them to make them different. So let me know how I can help you guys as you think about obviously, if you want more videos on profitable niches in Q2, then in the comments below, type Q2 niches, and we can do more videos like that. If you're seeing this in Q2, I was actually thinking too, like, how much could I prepare you guys for this? So obviously this video is before Q2 starts because I want you to be ready. But also let me know in the chat or in the comments, like, what would help you more if you were more prepared, like 90 days, or if you had more of a heads up. Because for me, now that I've been publishing for the 3 years, I actually have a content calendar that reminds me when to start working on certain holidays. So that's if you publish in seasonal or evergreen, which I also have videos on. So let me know how I can serve you guys in that way, and love you lots. See you in the next video. All right, P.S. I said I'd see you in the next video, but this is the tag along. Something really interesting about this is that when you are publishing for Easter, think about publishing 60 days ahead and getting ready for it, because I'm actually recording this video a little bit earlier to share research with you. And what I want to show you about this book is that this book is selling weekly, and it is December, you guys. So this BSR is 200,000. And so it's just going to gain momentum and keep selling. And I want you to think about that for holidays, getting books out 60 days. But like, this self-publisher is actually making money right now. During Christmas, before Christmas is even over, they are making money on an Easter book. So don't dismiss the opportunity. Don't feel like, oh, I missed Easter. Oh, I missed Christmas. Get it out. Get it out. The whole reason, you guys, my kids made money is because we published the book. So if you're not publishing, we need to have a different conversation. But just remember, this all happened. This all happened because we just sat down and we started. And we believe, like, if you don't quit, you can't lose.